Hi, if you're redecorating your room, remodeling your home, or extending, it can often feel overwhelming. So I just want to share with you the 3 main reasons that cause anxiety within your interior design project and just help you understand where to start, give you that really great grounding for your interior design projects and the makeovers of your home. There are 3 main reasons that cause overwhelm when decorating your home. Firstly, where do you start? How do you begin? If you haven't decorated your home in quite a few years, then that in itself can feel really daunting and stressful. Secondly, where do you go? Where do you buy the stuff? And then once you find the shops to go to, what do you actually buy? How do you make those decisive choices so that you're not buying the wrong stuff and overspending, wasting your money? It's too much. There's so much anxiety and overwhelm. So I'm going to go through all of those choices and just give you my top tips and my interior design advice and knowledge that will help you feel just a bit more in control and more prepared when you are starting your interior design projects. When you begin your interior design project, it can feel overwhelming and daunting because there's so much to do, and I recommend that you just take a moment, just take a bit of time to understand what you're actually trying to achieve. Whether you are decorating one room, whether you're modernising the whole house, whether you're adding on and renovating, then just take a step back. First of all, think about how that space feels at the moment. Think about all the different problems, all the different issues. How does it make you feel? That's usually the easy thing, because you can see the problems. It might be dark, it might be cluttered, there's not enough space, the decor's dated. You can see usually what is wrong with the space, and you're living through it, aren't you? You can experience all these problems, all these issues. And the second thing is to think about just 2 or 3 words how you want your space to feel. When it's finished and it's looking lovely, you might want it to be bright, spacious, airy, modern, fresh, exciting, organised, all of these different types of words. Just think about 2 or 3 words. When you step into your home, how do you want it to feel? Write them down somewhere, and then when you go shopping, you've got them down with you. I like to put notes in my phone, and then when I go shopping, I've got them all there with me. So think about how your space feels at the moment and then how you want it to feel. And then the differences actually help you identify what the problems are and what you actually need to go and resolve, the changes that you need to make within your interior design. For example, if your space is dark, you might want it to feel light and bright and spacious. So within interior design, you need to look at lighting within that room and think about the light that's coming into the room and then the light that is actually within the room. So the light coming into the room, there's 2 sides. There's outside and there's inside. So outside there might be a bush that needs trimming because it's just blocking the light actually from coming in through that window. And then once you're inside, think about your window treatments, all your curtains and your blinds. It might be that they're too big, they're blocking the light that's coming in. It's the wrong type of fabric. It's the wrong style even of curtain treatment. So think about, the light actually getting into the room in the first place. And then once you're in the room, think about the artificial lighting. How are you going to use that space? Because once you know how you're going to use that space, then you know exactly the type of lighting that needs to be there. And then think about the type of artificial lighting that you need, overhead lighting, maybe a floor lamp, extra lighting, or a table lamp. So think about using the space, and then you will know the type of lighting that you need within there. So where to start is thinking about how your space feels at the moment, how you want it to be, and then you will know all those problems that need to be resolved when you're making over your room and your home. Where to buy and what shops to go to can often feel overwhelming when you're decorating your home. So the first thing is to know your budget. How much money do you actually have to spend or want to spend on redecorating this home? Because that will dictate the types of shops that you're actually going to. And knowing your budget sounds so simple, but it's actually quite complicated, particularly if you haven't decorated in quite a few years, because prices are not what they used to be. And have you ever seen these interior design programs? I'm sure you have, where they overspend, the money goes up and up and up. And that's because they're not really aware of their budget, and they're not tracking it, and they're not managing it. So knowing your budget is setting yourself like a pot of money to begin with. And then it's understanding what you actually need to do within that pot of money. For example, if you're thinking about getting a new kitchen, yes, there's the kitchen units, and everyone goes out, and you might, buy yourself some new units, and it's like, yeah, that's amazing. But actually, it isn't. You've got the kitchen units, you've got the appliances, you've got the flooring, you need to fit the kitchen, then you've got the electrician, then you may need, the gas man to come in and sort that out. Maybe some decorating. Oh, we'll have a splashback, we'll have a blind, maybe we've got a table and chairs as well that's going into part of that kitchen space. So make a list of all the different items within each room, whether you're doing a single room or whether you're doing a whole house. Whole house, your list is going to be so much longer. But break down all those different items: lighting, flooring, walls, windows, furniture, accessories. Make a list, and then, put a broad amount of money to those, and then have a bit of a contingency. If you're not going to have a contingency, then you need to be able to track your budget and work alongside it as you're going along. So if you overspend in one area, then you need to pull back in another area and pull that money down. So it may be that you want to splash out in one area, and then you need to save in another area. And that's perfectly fine, because it's identifying with your budget where you want most of that money to be. And if it was a kitchen, most of the money would probably be on the kitchen units and the appliances, because they're the things that make a huge difference in that space. So know your budget. Really do have an understanding of this pot of money, not only how much you want to spend, but how it's going to be allocated within your interior design project. The other thing you need to know about is the interior design shops. Where are you going to go to spend your budget? Maybe you've got your favourite shop, which is great. You've got your high street, you've got your high end, and then you've got your handmade. Different price points for all of those three different types of interior design shops. So do some investigation, do some analysis, and really think about, okay, this is the type of thing that I want, and I'm going to go to that shop, and that is what my budget can afford. Your budget doesn't really dictate the style. It just dictates the types of shops that you're going to, because most shops these days have some beautiful things. They've all got lovely interior design things for you to choose from. But then how much money you have to spend will just dictate, whether you're going high end, whether you're going high street, or whether you're going to have something a bit more special to you and have it handmade and bespoke. So know your budget. Recognise and understand the types of shops that your budget allows you to go to. and then understand what you're going to splash on and what you're going to save. And then that will help you understand where you're going to buy all these beautiful things to make your home look gorgeous. When you're redecorating your home, it can feel overwhelming and daunting knowing what to buy. Because particularly if you haven't decorated in quite a while, trends have changed, things have moved on. So one of the things I recommend you do is actually have a look at what's trending, particularly if you are buying anything from the high street, from online interior design shops, because you need to know what's in the shops, because that is what you are going to buy. And it can just save you so much time, particularly if you're looking for something very quite specific. So the first thing is identify what is trending, and then you will know what's out there in the shops before you actually go. So it's going to save you a whole lot of time when you actually go shopping, particularly if you're a busy person, if you are short on time, if you don't like shopping, then have a look, do your research beforehand, and it will just save you time, save you anxiety and save you stress, because you'll know exactly what shops you're going to find those beautiful items for your home. The next thing to understand is your personal style. What do you like? Because that will dictate the types of things you're going to buy. And also, if you can tighten that personal style, then it's going to help you understand what you're going to buy. Are you going to go modern? You're going to go contemporary? You're going to be colourful? You're going to be plain? You're going to want some pattern? You want, maybe you want it Moroccan or Parisian or something like that. Then when you go out to the shops, you can hone yourself in. If I'm looking for something contemporary, then I can just, discard anything that's traditional. And it just saves me time, keeps me focused, and then it enables you to create a really strong design scheme for your home. Make sure that it's balanced, make sure that it's cohesive. So that will help you understand what to buy. Look at the trends and then know your personal interior style. And if you haven't decorated for quite a while, then it might be that you just want to refresh yourself. Think about maybe changing your style or adding something a bit more quirky in. Maybe doing something a bit more eclectic, mixing modern with traditional, mixing pattern with colour and texture. All of these different things will just help to give it a boost. And particularly if you have gone to the shops, you've bought some stuff and you think, oh, this is a bit bland, it's not really what I expected it to be, then go to the shops again and look for that special item that's going to give it a kick, going to give it a lift, and it's going to get you excited. And it may be quite small things, so it might be a piece of art, it might be a cushion, maybe some curtains or a rug. Don't forget about the floor as well, it's all part of it. Or a beautiful lamp, that can add some energy and some excitement to your design scheme. Give it a lift, give it a boost. You're changing your home, you've got this great opportunity, so create something really exciting that is your personal style and obviously within your budget. When you go to the shops, if you can't find what you need, then variety is the spice of life. Have an open mind. Think about maybe changing it up, particularly if you're looking for something that you had like 20 years ago or 15 or 10 years ago. Interior design moves along so quickly that what was fashionable 5 years ago, may not actually be in the shops anymore. You might have to broaden your mind and get something different, something exciting, something new, something refreshing. So keep that open mind when you go to the shops. So look for the variety. It may be that it's the same type of sofa, but it may be just in a different fabric or a different colour. So keep that open mind, and knowing what to buy is all about knowing your trends, knowing what you're going to get, preparing yourself for that. Keep the mind of the interior style, your personal style, because that will create a really cohesive and a balanced interior design. And then variety is the spice of life, so change it up, have that opportunity, create something beautiful and wonderful, and then that will help stop you feeling overwhelmed and stressed, because you're already excited and invigorated to make these changes. And if it doesn't work out how you expected it to, it might even be so much better. If you want a little bit more help, then I'm always here to guide you. I'm going to be doing some live interior design sessions this year, so look out for those. Also, my interior design book, A Home to Cherish, always a good one. Chapter 1 is where to start. There's a story in there about a little girl called Sky, modernised her bedroom. She couldn't sleep very well. So it's understanding why she couldn't sleep and what she actually needed to modernise that bedroom, to make it a real sanctuary for her, somewhere comfortable, somewhere she felt safe, somewhere she could invite her friends over and have fun. And so have a read of that story, Chapter 1, and it will also enable you to understand where to start when designing and decorating your home. If you need more inspiration, then sign up to my Design Digest. It's totally free. Just go to my website, ga-interiors.co.uk. So go to my website, look for my Design Digest. You just need to pop in your email, and then I give you loads of inspiration and ideas every single week. So check that out if you need a bit more inspiration, ideas, a bit more creativity, and to get you going, get you started. So good luck with those interior design projects this year, and I hope this has helped you just to feel more calmer and to feel more in control and more prepared for when you're creating your beautiful rooms and your gorgeous homes.